I think a lot of Fed officials thought they should have cut. Do Fed officials think we're in a recession? Do they really think that the big R word in the room, recession, is here? Are we here? As I shoot this video, it's Tuesday, the next week after. Monday was a bloodbath. The 10-year came back up. The stock market's up 500 points. Obviously, we knew that would happen, right? Come on, we've been doing this long enough. Because let's face it, the world's not falling off a cliff. It's not too doom and gloom just yet. I mean, we do have like World War III ready to break out. We have somebody that's brand new, whether it's Kamala or Trump, whoever it is. You got Kamala, Trump, and you got Powell here. And we all think these people are going to figure it out. We think one of these people is going to fix the economy. Even a Fed official said, oh, well, if it gets bad, we'll fix it, the Fed. You're going to fix it? So wait a minute, you, the Fed, you're going to fix it? You're just going to drop rates, deploy money, so then we owe more money and the payments go up? Is it our interest payments are more than our national defense budget? Guys, what the hell is going on here? But let me tell you one thing that's going on. If you've been following along, if you've been studying the data, we knew we were going to be here. We knew this, like you and I. We've been going over this week after week after week. I've never missed a week. I haven't. Go back and look. I have not missed a week. And the reality of the situation is rates are falling. Is a recession near? But what else is going on? Inventory, is it peaking? Are we coming down the cliff? Here in San Diego, things aren't moving. Buyers aren't buying. Shit's sitting. I've been doing this 20 years. This happens. This business is cyclical. This business is psychological. If you're a person that's going to buy a house now, you're looking and going, well, I think rates are going to drop. Oh, wait. Maybe home prices are going to drop. Oh, wait. Maybe there's a recession ahead. Oh, wait. There's a new president ahead. Oh, wait. What's the rush? I'll just wait. In 90 days, 120 days, we'll know who's president. We'll know what they're going to do. We'll know probably by then if the economy is doing worse because we'll have enough data if this data keeps up. We'll know if the Fed's already cut. Like, maybe I'll just wait. Let's just wait, honey. What do you think? What do you think? Let's just wait. Are we in a waiting pattern? What is going on with mortgage rates? Well, the PC came in as expected, which is good, in line. The Fed's talked this week, so I think Wednesday he's going to start talking. So if I were you and I was going to lock in a loan, and I know you're going to get this video on Wednesday, I think morning, when the Feds are going to talk. But as I said on my social this morning, if you have to lock in, don't play the game. Hey, look, if the Fed says something that's great or the jobs report's worse than we think, and rates go down, we'll figure it out, folks. You float it down. You go to a different lender. Hate to say that, right? Refi later. Look, don't gamble with the Feds because they will screw us. They'll screw you and they'll leave us wondering, why didn't we? Because that happens all the time. So lock in your rate. Don't play games. Do it. I was at our mastermind Ford. What do you think the average down payment is across the entire nation? Well, according to this CNBC article here, the median down payment on a home purchase was $26,000 in the first quarter of 2024, an average of 13.6. And let me stop you there, guys. Yes, if you're here in San Diego like I am, you're like $26,000. Look, 13 point, wait a minute, what are they talking about? I get it, because the average house here is higher. We're talking about the nation, folks, the entire nation. That is what it was. The article goes on to say the down payment was 13.6 the first quarter 2024. A new report according to Realtor.com, the median down payment was $26,000. Both figures are up year over year, but from the peaks in the third quarter of 2023. At that point, buyers put the average of 14.7, a median of $30,400 down. Having enough savings for a down payment is a big hurdle for most buyers. Close to 40% of Americans who don't own a house point to a lack of savings for a down payment as a reason, according to CNBC Your Money survey conducted by SurveyMonkey.com. More than 4,300 adults in the US were surveyed in late August. Yes, guys, so let's go over. If you're a first-time homeowner, what are the biggest pain points? Number one, the cost of the down payment. Number two, moving expenses, right? Can I qualify, all that stuff? But the biggest thing is most of these people had a down payment, they would just go buy a house. Why? Because not everybody wants to rent. Rents keep going up because we don't have enough of it. Also, your landlord might kick you out. They might want to sell the house. They might want to move into the house. They might want to kick you out and remodel it. Like, they have the right to do that. Also, most people that start a family in this, they want a house. They want the pool. They want the yard. They want to color the house the way they want. They want to put up their wallpaper. They want to make it their space. The biggest issue is down payment. And here in San Diego, I don't know what the average down payment is, but there are so many people here that get help from their family, from the relatives and things like that for the down payment. Whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% down, it doesn't matter. Depending on where you come from, depending on how much money your parents have, having a down payment and a gift from family is such a good way to go. Because look, if your family has the money and you're renting, why not help your son, daughter out, family out, your grandkid out? Why not help them out if you can? So, hey, if you don't have 20% down, don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up, because you know what? The average person, they don't even want to put 20% down. And look, if some real estate investor or anybody like that's giving. But here's what I don't understand. If everything was so great, why is the government not balanced? Why can't they balance a budget? Why can the average person not balance their budget? Folks, they're living off credit card debt. We are living off credit in this country. If it was so great and unemployment's so low, you do realize that when unemployment's low and economy's booming, usually we have a surplus and we actually save money and pay down debt as a government, as a country. Folks, we are not doing that. If it's so good right now, why are 6% of people delinquent on credit cards? And that's the one question I have to ask you is, how in the world are you supposed to tell me the 6% is not going to go to 8 or 9%? And how are those people going to catch up? Because these people are W-2'd. Are they in sales jobs? Can they make more money? Are they stuck in a salary? I just don't know. You tell me, how do we unwind this? The only thing I see is the other side of this is a recession. How is this going to get better if unemployment over time we're supposed to get is going to get worse? If you put a gun to Jerome Powell's head and said, do you think the rate of unemployment is going to go higher or lower in the next 2 years? What do you think he's going to say? Higher. So what do you think about credit card delinquencies? Why doesn't he answer that? Because they don't want to answer that. Because we have to have a recession. They need a recession. They need to reset all these prices, these crazy prices we're paying. And what does this have to do anything with housing? Because my friends, you and I that are trying to buy a home, we're trying to refinance, we're trying to buy an investment property or commercial property or anything in real estate, doesn't matter. We all right? We want them to cut rates. We want lower rates because this is choking us. The only way to get lower rates is used to be we had to be in line with the PC, the Fed rate and the PC. That's out. What it is now is they clearly want a recession. They want job loss, and we're not there. So are we waiting? And why am I saying all this? Because bad news is good news for what? For real estate and interest rates. And we want rate cuts. So a lot of people now are starting to come on the offense and proactive and saying, you need to cut rates in July and get the party started. Will Mr. Powell do that? I doubt it, because he loves to be late to the party. He is going to be late to the party here again. He wants to see more pain in the jobs market. He wants to see Americans lose more jobs. He wants to see inflation to keep coming down. But in order to do that, we have to stop spending money like a bunch of drunk sailors at the feds and at the government. They are printing money. Like I said, is who's hiring these people? Let me just make one more little tidbit of information you need to know. Did you realize that in 2008 and 9, one of the reasons we went into recession like that right away is because over 1 million people lost their jobs in what sector? Can anybody guess what sector they lost their jobs in? If you said the construction sector, you're absolutely right. So what's different from this time? You might ask, Kenny, wait a minute, that's a good point. Why haven't those people lost their jobs? Because construction's way down. They're not building apartments that are being built. They're going to go from 600,000 this year to 400 to 200,000. And we're just not going to build anymore. The builders are slowing down. People are not remodeling and doing as much stuff they are. They're just not, folks. Trust me, here where I am, a lot of people are kind of hunkering down and not doing as much stuff. So where are all those people employed? Well, guess what? 1 million construction workers got hired. Where do you think they got hired to? Guess what? All that infrastructure spending, right, on plants and across the country, 1 million construction workers are put to work. If we were not spending that money as a government, maybe we need to, maybe we don't. My point is, if we were not spending that money and hiring 1 million of them, we would be in some serious problems because we'd have 1 million contractors unemployed. We would have a recession. That employment number would be higher. And a lot of people think that unemployment number is BS. It's not real. It should be higher. So we're going to find out. But what this really means is we are moving closer and closer to where Jerome Powell is going to feel confident where he can what? He can basically cut rates. There's just so many different obstacles going on that it's really becoming problematic. And the biggest fear now is that will this leak into other areas of the market? Will this affect other parts of commercial? Will this affect multifamily or, industrial? Or retail, or hotel? Will this affect 1 to 4 units? Will it affect lending? Is it going to hurt the economy? Will this ultimately cause pain to the economy? What we do know is a lot of these banks that are sitting on all these trillions of dollars of loans, it's sitting on their balance sheet. Will the Fed have to come in and bail them out? That is the $1 trillion question. Are we sitting on a ticking time bomb? What does the data tell us? How do we get out of this mess? Can we get out of this mess? Will low interest rates ultimately save us? Or really repositioning these properties, maybe knocking them down or having to do like a huge reset, ba-boom, in the office space?